What's up, guys? Cobra Axis and Allies here, bringing to you another Axis and Allies customization. As you can see here and by the title, I've made these homemade flight stands, and I'm pretty proud of them. I made them in my shop class, and so out of pieces I bought online. So basically, going through a little overview of how they work and what they're made out of. So you can see here I've got this tray that I made. It's a laser cut tray made of wood, and I just spray painted it black. But it's two pieces of 1/4 inch wood. The bottom piece is unaltered, but then the top piece is cut just slightly bigger than the base of the flight stand, so they can slip in and out. So as you can see here, we have got two different sizes. The small one for fighters and the bigger one for bombers. And you can see here, it's pretty distinct when you see all of them lined up and everything. So when you look at the general construction of them, they are the base is made out of a piece of 1/8 inch clear acrylic that's been laser cut. I think I did about 17 millimeters in diameter. And then a smaller 3mm hole was laser cut into the center of that to stick this 3mm acrylic rod in. And I just hand cut all these acrylic rods from these 8-inch pieces, stock pieces. So you can see if I do this, not all of them are exactly the same height, but they definitely get the point across when you look at these and they really look similar. It's probably a few millimeters off in terms of going from which one to which. And then on top, simply I just have a 3mm sized magnet on there. And so basically, for one, I based these off of the design and everything and the laser cutting from Absolutely War-Torn's flight stands. And I liked his a lot and I wanted to buy some, but I just thought, try making my own and see how they came out. And I like these ones because I was afraid at first, due to the acrylic on the bottom, what I thought wouldn't be heavy enough to support a plane, especially some of the jet bombers like this one. But you can see they, with the right balance and everything, they hook up fine, and they're completely all right for putting any type of aircraft on it. And how I connected the aircraft. Now, you see a lot of people connecting magnets to the bottom of aircraft, and that was my plan at first. But then I realized that the magnet paint on the bottom of the fighters and tactical bombers I did for my magnetization of my aircraft carriers, the magnet paint that I put on the planes was strong enough hold that it would stick to the stands. And so basically I said to myself, well, maybe that'll work on the bigger planes, see if it has a strong enough hold. So I tested it on these large jet bombers for each of the countries, and they seemed to work all right. So then I went down to the bombers and they worked, and then I just decided to do everything because it just putting a dab of paint on is a lot easier than putting having to glue and drill out a little hole for a magnet. And you can see too, because of the way the magnet paint is, it's not a perfectly flat surface. So it creates this cool, you can mount the planes in however kind you want. So if you want it flat like that fighter there, you can. But you've also got stuff like this medium bomber and this fighter where you can have them banking and stuff. And depending on the plane, I coated the entire underside, so you can pretty much choose wherever you want the magnet to be placed on. So I think if you're wanting to do your own or maybe buy Absolutely War-Torns, which I definitely suggest, these took me a long time to make and his are definitely of a higher quality. You need about 70 of the fighter and tactical bomber sized ones, and about 30 of the other ones. I made a little bit over just in case for my Global War game, but hopefully you guys will get to see this in the next, or my first Global War V3 game, and I hope they bring some life to the battlefield. So I hope to see you again. Cobra, out.